Hello, Merry Meet. So, I have another book to review, and this time it is True Magic Without Rituals by Bernat Bogner. Bernat Bogner, I think that is his name. And this book is published by Extase Booster. And this is a booklet, it's about 30 pages, and it's basically about a method of working magic that doesn't really use rituals. There is meditation exercise in here, I guess you can call it that. A way to reach ecstasy using basically a form of sex magic. And it's a very simple method I think can be very useful. And also an exercise here for attaining a sort of no mind. But basically it is more about using magic with elemental correspondences and your thinking. And I think it is a very good system. This is a good practical system. I think that those that will have the most use of this book is those that have a bit of experience with magic already, because then it is easier to basically believe it. Rituals are very useful for beginners. It is like my teacher used to say. He usually saw that beginners in the occult started out with all the props. And we are talking 2 hour big rituals with ritual baths and candles and the incense and all the bells and whistles, literally. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with if you get better result when doing that, do it. Do it. I still like to do that sometimes because it's fun. But as I said, eventually a lot of people, as they get more experience, learn that this isn't necessary, that it's about your mind, it's about what you're thinking, it's about basically sending your wish out into the world. And that is basically what this book is about. And I'm not going to go here and explain the entire system because that would be a little bit unfair to the author, since that's the whole reason to buy this book. But let me say that the book isn't expensive and the information is quite useful. So on that, I mean, it took me, I don't know, half an hour to read through this book. It has a few two nice little exercises and interesting way to work with magic. I say I get my money's worth. I think I paid like $5 or something for this. I could have spent $5 in far worse ways than that. But I think it was $4. So it is so like he presents it. It is sort of like introduction to his bigger books. And I sort of want them, but they aren't available in English yet, I think. Now, the problem with this book is that Mr. Bogner here is a German language speaker. And like he says in the back here, he has not had anybody edit this book whatsoever. He has written it himself and just published it himself and not had anybody edit it, because he didn't want any of the meaning to be lost. The problem is that the grammar is so horrendously bad, the book is borderline unreadable. For a 30-page booklet, it's fine. It's fine. You might lose some information because at times the sentence structure just isn't there. And I know I'm the last person that should be complaining about this because, yeah, I'm not the best at grammar either, but when I'm reviewing a book, it is the elephant in the room with this book. If bad grammar irritates you, then this book will be torture. Literally. I have never, ever, ever, and you can see I have some books, and this is just one of several filled bookcases I have, ever come across a book with as horrendous grammar as this one. And yes, I do get a lot of self-published books and things from Lulu and such. This is the worst. Let's just let that sink in. So be prepared to go, what did he just say? A few times. I think that I might have a leg up on understanding this since I'm a non-native English speaker myself. So I recognize some of the grammar error. There's some that I did in the past and some I still do. And so I can better guess at what it means. But yeah, it is not a smooth read. But for 30 pages, it's fine. But I think that if I was going to read a whole normal-sized book on this, I would have a bit of a headache. So yeah, that's a problem. Other than that, there's a lot of useful information in here for a cheap price. It's a tiny little book. It won't take you long to read it. I mean, the writing is big, and so it's a very, very short read. It's basically you read this on a bus ride. But I think it's worth it. I'm going to be trying out his system. Yeah, sure, there's things in here that I don't agree with. I don't think I found a single author that I would say, I agree with this person 100%, and I probably shouldn't find somebody that does that because it would be boring. But there's a lot of really, really, really good stuff in here, and I think that once his books get made into English, because my German, I have a couple of German books, but reading German, it goes very, very slowly. I think I'll wait for them to be published in English. I might give them a chance because he knows his stuff. So yeah, you could say that it's a little bit simplified The Secret meets elemental magic. So if you think that basically the elemental system that are used in general Western esotericism meets The Secret, and I Have a Love Child, if you think this sounds good, you will love this book. And that's really all I can say about it. It's not much you can really say about a little tiny booklet that this. I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked it. And the only problem is the grammar. And that is my review of True Magic Without Rituals by Bernat Bogner. I hope you have enjoyed this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.